Hey, good afternoon. My name is Mark Nejma. I'm a large holder of BNGO stock. And, I sit by my computer like you guys and I look at the prices go up and down. I get mad at myself when price drops after it being certain high. But then I say to myself, well, I don't really want to sell the stock now anyway. I haven't held it for a year. So, taxes are always a big issue. I'm not trading in my retirement account. So certainly I'm not going to buy and sell like many of you can since you're in retirement accounts and there's not as big a tax problem there. So here are my thoughts on BNGO. Stock ran up to $9, I think $9.04 one morning, and it was such an exciting time because you think it's going back up to $15.69. And then all of a sudden the price starts coming down. I'm like you. I go on YouTube and I look for videos from like Auspicious Descent and BNGO Cowboy and other people. And recently I've been surprised to see that there's some pretty professional videos coming out from different angles, taking the negative side of BNGO. And the difference in the quality of the videos is substantial. Certainly these videos that have been coming out to the negative of BNGO are much more professional. They usually have more than one person in it, and they really have a way of kind of like saying, okay, well, it's this and that, and it's Sapphire can do this and Sapphire can do that, and then they slowly get around to the negative part, and they say, well, I wouldn't buy this company because they're not making any money. And who would buy a company that doesn't make money? You have to stop right there. The best stocks on the market right now, Amazon, Facebook, other stocks like that, Tesla, none of them made money at first. It's probably the best thing for a company to do is go public before you're making money. For one, you need money to make money, right? So you have to sell stock into the market to raise capital. This company, BNGO, from what I can see, is very special. Probably a much better investment than Tesla or Amazon or Facebook, because this is an emotional purchase. The technology that they have will allow researchers and therefore doctors to save people's lives. Now, there are some risks, right? I mean, somebody else can come out with some better technology. I thought this week that there was some news that PacBio was doing some work with somebody else, the private company, and that they could be big competition to BNGO. And then I saw that Illumina is trying to buy another company that has a blood test. I can't remember the name right now. I'm not invested in it, so it doesn't really shake me. And those are threats. Those are real threats to BNGO. But then you look at how it's trading. So many people on YouTube, they go to the charts and they get technical and they look at the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average, and this crossed this and this is going to happen. If it was that easy, I guess I wouldn't have made as much money as I have. To me, I look at the social, emotional aspect of a stock, and I've done pretty well for myself. I'm actually sitting in Florida now. I used to live in New Jersey, but I had to come down here for tax reasons. I would say that what I see with BNGO and the way it's trading is that there's a lot more people than you and I that want this stock. And they also know that most of the people that are in the stock right now are in it with a higher emotional level. They invested either at a high price or at a very low price, and they think the company is good, but when the price action drives the price down via shorts, and mostly it's been via shorts since $16, they feel as if they can scare people out. That's all I've seen since $15.69. I must be stupid, but I didn't see the hype. I had bought this company back when it was 60, let me say that again. I bought the company when it was 69 cents. I had 100,000 shares. The stock dropped down to like 37 cents, but I liked the story of the stock, what they were doing. I'm like, wow, we're in the middle of COVID, and here's a company that can look at the genes. And I really didn't even know what the company was doing that much, but now I do. So now I hold a lot more shares than that, and I'm seeing that I'm in a high school, for God's sakes, the way these people trade. They're trying to scare the heck out of you. They get on YouTube and they make some great video, and they get a mix of an older guy, a couple cool looking guys, and they're going to tell you, hey, I wouldn't buy a company that's not making money. Well, if that was the case, then we might as well give up on capitalism, because the equity markets serve a distinct purpose for growing great companies, and that's what makes America great. That's why everybody comes to our markets to participate. BNGO, from all I've read, is a high integrity company. They just made an announcement that they hired a guy who's got a lot of experience going back quite a distance in really bringing commercialization of products forward. Is he good? You know what? Prove it to me. Prove to me that you're that great. Prove to me that you have a great system for hiring people. Then you have a board member that made a purchase of some stocks. There's a whole lot of different things going on. But most of all, the price action is as such. Price goes up to $9. The sense or the idea that shorters have is, oh, this stock went up from 50 cents all the way to $15. That's an opportunity for us to short. Just like when we look at a stock, it goes from 50 cents to $15. We say we got to buy it. No, shorts are saying that they've got to sell it short. But just remember one thing: the shorts are at a much higher risk. Much higher risk. They have endless risk when they're buying short. Now, these guys are professionals. They have to go to YouTube and they have to put out information, and maybe they even have to work with media companies, that write stories and convince them and sell them on the idea that this company sucks and it's going to go down. I guess the main thing I'm here to tell you is that I'm not selling. I'm holding. And believe me, if you were me, you would probably sell, because 2 years ago I had nothing. Nothing. Now I've paid my kids' college loans off, which were substantial. 2 out of NYU, another one out of Quinnipiac and Seton Hall. Everybody has a master's degree. Paid off my friends that I had owed money to. I still refuse to spend any money. I'm going to be cheap, because once you go through the things I've been through, you just are cheap and you don't like to spend money. But to take care of the things that were really bringing me stress, paying a tax bill, paying this, paying that, it's an amazing opportunity, and it's a great story. I'm really a roofer. I'm never going to stop roofing because I'm afraid. I kind of just want to cover my rent and pay my bills and stay in shape. But it's been one hell of a ride. And I hope that you'll keep thinking about what I'm saying when you're holding your shares. You have to do what's best for you. But unless you're in a retirement account, buying and selling is going to cost you a lot of money in taxes. It cost me a lot of money in taxes last year because I had bought a number of companies and sold them, and then luckily got into BNGO. And it's funny because you sell your shares of BNGO to pay taxes, and then you got to pay taxes on the money that you made from BNGO this year at the tax time coming. So it's a pretty amazing game that we're in here. But a nobody, a big nobody, guy that works on the roof, carries tar up the ladder or shingles up the ladder, can make it in the stock market. But you make it by looking beyond the charts. You make it by looking beyond the news. You watch the numbers, you listen to people, you go on every stock board, even though they're stupid and people make ridiculous comments. I literally make ridiculous comments on stock boards just to aggravate people and make them react. I need to see what they're really about. It's a psychology. I want to see if people are going to scream and holler or they're going to sit back and laugh. Every little bit of information you have to measure when you play in this market. My analysis of what's happening with BNGO now is that some big news is coming. Possibly revenue numbers are going to be really good, or there'll be some major health discovery using the sapphire. Lives will be saved. Something amazing will happen. And at that point, the stock is going to really jump far beyond $15.69. And these shorts are going to be buying your shares if they're in the know. They drove the price down. They made money on the price going down, and then they took the shares that you wish you held. Man, it's a no-brainer. Oh, by the way, somebody said, "Why don't you get your teeth fixed? You think you made so much money?" I'm gonna do that, but relocating and bringing my roofing business down to Florida, it takes a lot of work, and I just have no time. Plus, with my hiking group that I have, and plus taking care of my children, and being a good dad, which is my #1 job. Even though my kids say I'm the worst dad in the world, me, worst dad in the world. It's hard to get things done, especially when you put other people ahead of yourself. Anyway, BNGO investors, laugh at me, hate me, I don't really care, or love me. I hope you all make a lot of money. I hope I live long enough to spend some of the money that I've made, and maybe one day I'll feel comfortable to stop working. But for right now, time to giddy up and get up on a roof and hold my shares. So have a great weekend. Good luck and God bless. Don't drink and drive. Don't do drugs. Go and dance with someone you love. And be a great family person. Ciao, ciao.